everybody.
Yeah, welcome back everybody to part 3 of this tutorial series. I'm getting made fun of, sorry. I just realized that during watching the first 2 videos, reviewing them, that I didn't explain the paint kit itself. So let me do that real quick. So as I said, when you download it and unzip it, you get this folder here. Inside this folder, we'll just go folder by folder. FSX alpha textures, what these are is going to be for your fuselage left, right, and all the different parts of the aircraft. This is going to be the alpha that will be applied to your final texture. I just made these for you at the correct shade. You can lighten or darken the gray depending on how shiny you want it to be. Nighttime Photoshop files. This is a basically your windows here. It makes it a lot easier. You just paste your little daytime texture in here, and we'll do all that when we actually get to that part. But these are your night textures here that you will use along with its own alpha channel. PSD files, Photoshop files. This is each all 3 engine types, the wings and the winglet texture, along with the belly texture. Full body kits are going to be what we're painting on here, where the entire fuselage is assembled along with the tail for ease of painting. And with those I've included several door configurations for you to use. Reference, of course, is just wherever you want to stick all your pictures and textures and logos and all that stuff. Then you have your TGA files, which stands for Targa. Targa files are your fully assembled textures that will go into the sim. So when you're done, you will paste your painted textures onto these. Channels is where you'll stick your alpha channels, and you can then convert that Targa to a bitmap, or just save it as a Targa, and we can use another program to convert that. It's up to you. And I think, yeah, that's it. And then of course the README file, which basically explains that myself and John Tavendale put this paint kit together for you guys to use. So with that being said, need to address a few things on the left side before we proceed on to the right side. One of them is the white frame around the doors, and then also getting the window configuration correct, because we need to add windows, take away windows, and all that jazz. So let's pull up one of our reference photos here. This will be alright. Yeah. So American Airlines has a white frame around all the doors, and it is adjusted back here when the white part of the stripes goes through the door frame itself. So to do that is very, very simple. Just go to your doors layer. We just got to find it here. And there's the doors right there. We're just going to duplicate them. Doors white, and we're just going to double click that, do a color overlay, and make them white. And that's how you do that. And then you can get rid of the base doors if you want to, or just leave them there, it doesn't matter. So that's basically how you do that. And then to adjust the back part here, we're just going to select the parts that go through the white stripes and just delete it off of our door white texture, and there you go. Easy stuff. Windows, window configurations. Let's go up here. We found our windows layer, see right there, and we're just going to basically just paste in the windows where they should be. I think the left and right sides are the same, but let's just double check. Ellie, of course, is present in the background to make fun of everything that I do. It's back there eating strawberries very seductively. No, I'm just kidding. So of course we had that one window in the front there that was gone, that is already done. Yeah. And then we have the group of 4, which all should be present. All 4 are present. Then we have a group of 2, then a single, then a group of 4. So we have the group of 2, the single is wiped out. Then we have 3 of the 4, the last 3. So let's take a blank window here. We'll just I'd duplicate it, but it can cause problems. So just remember what you had it on there. Multiply 7. We're just gonna move that thing down here. If you hold shift and use the arrow keys, it moves it 10 pixels at a time. I think I might have explained that already, but just in case I didn't, now you know. So there's that one. Actually, before we do that, we'll duplicate that one and we'll put it right here, because this window is also going to get wiped out. And that should do it for our windows. Yeah. And let's get rid of these 2 because they are no longer blinked. Merge layers. Let's set it back to multiply and 7%. Done. All right. Now we're gonna, windows. Gonna get rid of that window. Don't need it no more, anymore, or that one. And let's take these 2 and just copy these. Let's put these back here to fill this hole. And there we go. Now the window configuration should be correct.
Ouch.
What is wrong with you back there?
Just have one more bottle of water to drink today.
Oh, look at you. Alright, so now the left side is done. I'm going to save it in its layered state. And now we're going to open up the right side. So PSD files for body kits, we're using the AI door config. Open up the right side. I've already got it flipped for you. This is later versions of Photoshop have a ability to create groups. So we're going to create a group. If yours does not have this ability, basically you're just going to send all these across, whatever, at one at a time. So we're going to take every layer that we have actually painted on, to include paint here, and we're going to, not that, we're going to move them into our group that we created. So there we go. There's our American Airlines paint. You can see it up here, all in one go. Now we're going to right click on this. We're going to duplicate group. It'll call it group 1 copy. We're going to put it on the right PSD file. Hit OK. Then we're going to take this group and we're going to flip it horizontally. Done. So now all we got to do is go through and flip all our text so that it matches up. And the logo is still to the front. So let's find American, which is right there. Transform, flip horizontal. Okay. And then the registration, same thing. Flip horizontal. Now we're going to do our doors. Where is the door? Why can I never find the doors? They're right above where I was at. Thank you. Don't laugh at me. Color overlay, white. Okay. Let's get rid of this piece back here. Go away. Let me see. Yeah. And that's the that is the right side painted. Pretty easy. Now I do believe that when we go to put this on our target here, let me just have a look. Fuselage right. Okay, yeah, it is already flipped. Okay, good. So it's no big deal. It's gonna work. So go ahead and save your right side. Save. And oh yeah, we got to do our windows. So let's go ahead and take care of those. Blanked windows, duplicate layer. Let's just duplicate it. Makes it easier. Get rid of that. Duplicate layer. Oops. We need one here. Good. Now windows, we're going to get rid of that one and that one. And we're going to bring these two over. Just like that. Okay, so the windows are done. This right side is complete. Save. Let's go ahead and save our left side too, because you had the little asterisk there. Alright. Are you laughing at me back there again? What did I do this time? Alright, yeah, let's do that. Alright, that's my transition to the next step here as I take a drink of my beer. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and let's do the belly texture. Belly texture is real easy. We're just going to take this gray color here, and you can kind of just basically make it into a new layer if you didn't save it. Remember, I had its own whatever. Go away. Paint here. So we are going to select our belly area here. Just go ahead and select the whole thing. Even though some of it's still white, doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything. And select the paint bucket and just paint it in there. And we just need to double check that it is kind of the same shade here. Here's sirens. Sorry for the sirens outside. The policia. Yeah, it's kind of close. If it ain't, we'll adjust it. All right, that's good. So we will save that. Now let's go to General Electric engines. Another paint here layer. Already set to multiply. So basically we're just going to outline our engines here. Simple, simple, simple. Real easy stuff. Once we get this, that's what I say, yeah. Once we get this done, I'll show you. Yeah. Okay, so now we got that. It's already made into a layer. We're just going to take our gray colors already selected and just paste it in there. And do the same thing for the other side. And I was watching the last video that I uploaded, part 2, and I was doing the lines on the tail, and I said, okay, this is the part where I'll fast forward, and you just sit there and do it at regular speed or whatnot, or something like that. I can't remember how I said it, but either way, I totally forgot to fast forward the video. So you get to sit through watching me. Luckily there is a skippable function in YouTube. I don't think that American Airlines has anything on the engines. I'm pretty sure they don't. No, they don't. What else we got here? What else do we have to paint here? Wing left, wing right. It should already be set up for the target file. I think is already set up with emergency exits. Let's double check. Wing left. Yeah. So the target file already has the emergency exit, so we're good there. We don't have to do that. But if for whatever reason you want to add or remove, I have the exits here. So if you have the one over wing exit or the dual, there you go. You just turn that layer on. And this is for the tail textures here, for pasting it in, but we're not going to worry about that. So we are essentially, for the most part, done with this paint scheme. Now we just got to copy and paste it over to the model or the target files. So we're going to start with the left and right fuselage first. So fuselage left and fuselage right. And we'll get our left side here. This is the way I like to do it. You go up here to the outline, select it with your little magic wand thing, whatever you want to call it, and I unselect that layer, unselect the background and the white background. I can't remember how I did it. Anyways, all right, yeah. So you select that, unselect, uncheck all the rest of them, also the background, and we're going to layer, merge visible. And this selection, we don't want to cut it right where it's at. We're going to grow this selection out a little bit, like probably by a couple of pixels, so that we don't have any missed pieces here. And we're going to select, modify, I think it's expand by 2 pixels. Nope, wrong direction. Select, modify, contract by 2 pixels, and just hit delete. There you go. So this is what you're left with here. So we're going to go ahead and I just realized I forgot to take the tail off of it. So let's do that first. Let's do that first. So we're going to get rid of the clear that we, the merge visible, excuse me. And tail, where you at? Metal edge, yeah. Yeah, it's going to turn that metal edge off is all. Now, layer. You gotta select the actual layer to be visible. Layer, merge visible, and select, modify, contract, okay, delete. Alright, now we're good. Now we're back. So let's go ahead and select our fuselage and go over here to the fuselage left. Just paste it in there, copy and paste. I like to use multiply to help align everything. You can see when it all lines up, it's not blurry anymore. Just back out, set it to normal, and on to the next piece. This is the quick way to do it. I'm sure there are other ways. This is my way. Works pretty good, I think. And last but not least, the ass end or the tail end. Can't say ass anymore, I don't think. YouTube got strict on all that stuff. They can remove my ad revenue and all that stuff. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, so that is done. If you have like a blue or something going on back here, like a big paint scheme that's not close to gray or whatnot, this is the tail skid, the little bit on the back of the plane. It's like a little protruding piece, basically tail strike notification. You just basically color that the same color as your tail area right here, and that's how you do that if you have that piece that's just not matching. Alright, so layer, flatten, good. Now let's go into our target, go to alpha, fuselage left, yeah. Let's open this up in Photoshop, copy, and we're just going to paste it right there. Double check the alignment. See, the windows are off because this is a different window config, so we'll have to adjust those. It's no big deal, pretty easy to do. Or you could just, I mean, you don't have to change the alpha if you don't want to. That right there is pretty neutral. It's not too much shine, not too little, not too much. It's pretty good. So it's up to you. You just have to adjust your windows to match up. because with having those dark windows, it makes the windows real shiny looking other than the aircraft, so it kind of looks neat when the sun hits it. Anyhow, so fuselage left is done. Save it, and you can just close it, kind of free up some of your clutter up here. We'll close left. We're not going to save it this time because it's all flattened out and we don't want to lose what we've done. That's why you save it right beforehand. Alright, same thing with this one. Select this part here, get rid of that. Get rid of that, and the metal edge of the tail, which should be gone. Yeah. I'm going to select, modify, contract by 2, and merge visible, delete. Just like that. Just like that. Copy that in. Fuselage right. Height. Links. You're the one that I want. You're the one that Oh, look at my those things there. I accidentally put the window things too far forward. Oh well. You know what's wrong there. Just if you did the same thing I did, fix it. Just go back to the layered version and delete those. Painting is time consuming because a lot of it is just repetitive. Like these little rivets, I did those little rivets. You want to talk about a pain in the neck? That was a pain in the neck. I didn't sit there and do each little one, but I had to do sheets of them and cut them out for this and that, and it was a pain, a real pain. But you are welcome. Alright. Right fuselage has a little extra to it, and it is the nose gear section here. So we are going to take right where the nose gear touches, right about there, and you can sample that color. And I believe I may have this layered somewhere. Let me make for sure before I get out of it there completely. No, I don't. Okay. So let's go down here. We'll take our little magic wand. Oop. Yeah. And we're just going to, yeah. You know what? Let's just do this right here. Take that there. What are you making noises for over there? Let's make a new layer.
I did bad on my game.
Oh, what are you playing? Still playing that Angry Bird thing, yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Whatever it's called, yeah. We're gonna use the line tool here to just make a new layer. I guess I didn't do that when I made the paint kit. Sorry about that. I'm terrible, I know. Dang, how wide is that line? 5, maybe? Let's go with 4. 4 looks better. Yeah, just make those lines. There we go. Perfect. Now let's, before I get too crazy with it here, let's make sure that American Airlines is, yeah, so it is a red line, so that works. Alright, now we can go through and you can take your paintbrush, whatever you want to do, and just make that the darker color like it's supposed to be. Of course, on American, as you see in the picture here, the long part of course is the long part of the gear door, the short part is the short part. We need to put this text here, 76-3, and then ours will be 381. Can't add that because we don't have that as a separate texture, sorry. And then of course ETOPS down the side, which stands for engine turns off, people swim. That isn't what it really stands for, but
That's fun to say.
it's just fun to say, that's right. So ETOPS will be written right here, and then the 763 right there. let's open that picture in Photoshop so we can just grab that. We can just grab that color. Just take your select right there. There we go. And we will type out 763. That is enormous. That's what she said. That's too small. That is not what she said. Alright, 763. I think is how it looks, right? Yeah. Pretty close. Pretty close. Now we're going to double click that and we're going to put a stroke layer on it and make that pixel 1 pixel. Gives it that black outline. Pretty easy to do. And let's take this here. It's actually a really, really dark blue color. Almost black. And we'll type in 381. Don't worry that it's not the right color. Just do that right there. And we'll make this about 14. Yep. Now we're going to left click, hold down, vertical type. ETOPS. ETOPS. Needs to be much smaller than that. About a size 8. And it is straight pretty much. It's almost in line with that. So we'll hit Control T to free transform and just kind of rotate it like that. And we're going to make this regular. Cool. Let's zoom out and see how that looks. Looks pretty good. Alright, now take all 3 of these. You're going to right click, we're going to duplicate them, hit OK. And we're going to edit, transform, flip vertical. Just drag them straight down, just like so. Just like that. Now we need to flip this text. Transform, flip horizontal. And of course for the ETOPS, edit, transform, flip horizontal. Just Control T and just rotate it in the right direction. So the nose gear is done. Now we're going to flatten this, file and save it. Gone. Goodbye. Don't need ya. Piss off. Belly texture. So open up the belly target file. Yep. Just layer, flatten image, Control A to select all, copy, and just Control V, paste it in, layer, flatten, file, save. Goodbye. Go away. Don't care. Same thing here. Layer, flatten image, copy it. We need engine T. Yeah, engine T is automatically the GE engines. Layer, flatten, file, save. Alright, now we are done with Photoshop for now. Antenna. Let's double check this real quick. Oh yeah, if we have a SATCOM antenna, which American does, no, they may on their newer ones, I don't know. Belly, engine, nose line, winglet, wing right, winglet, yeah, we're good. Winglet, yes, almost forgot about the winglet. Let's go up one here, PSD files, I should have a winglet, yeah we do. Alright. Go ahead and to make this easy, since they're all a solid color, just select the white ones there. I'm going to delete that, create another new layer, multiply it, because I got chills to multiply it. Get that, and paste. copy that and let's put it right here on the Targo. Save. Done. And now we're done with Photoshop. We're not going to mess with the night textures right now. We're just getting the day textures done. We will cover night textures on another part. Now that we have our Targa files done, you have to decide at this point to DDS or not DDS and all the different types of textures and all that, but we will cover that in another part. So until the next part, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like or dislike the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Say bye, Allie.